You ready? You ready? Don't know what that means. But we ready, right? Day 7. So we made it all the way to the final day of the week, not the final day of practice, right? Cool. So grab all your stuff and jump on your mat. Yeah? Meet me in child's pose. Carol, space, please. All right. So as you come down into your child's pose, you know how we do it. We like to take a moment to get the mind right, get the breath right, or at least get things settled for the journey ahead. So just humbly attach the forehead to the mat. You could reach the hands forward, but if you're not ready to be active, you could bend the elbows and relax the hands. And slowly start to release everything that is not the now moment. So get your mind away from the past, the future, and let's try to tap into what now has to offer. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, let it go. 2 more, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more, in through the nose, let it out the mouth. And let's switch the breath to nostril only. So get the breath in and out the nose alone. And as you move the breath through the nose, see if you can extend it to about 4 seconds long. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. And just continue on that cycle of breath. Beautiful. We're preparing to move. So you want to activate the hands now. Press down through the fingertips, spread them nice and wide. Open the hands about shoulder width apart. Inhale, lift yourself up to tabletop. Walk the hands closer, stack the shoulder on the wrist. Hips could be on top of the knees, but sometimes you want to walk the knees back, giving your torso a little more space. Beautiful. Coming into cat-cow here. Come into a flat back first, tabletop position. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the heart, take the gaze up. Exhale, pull the belly up, release chin to chest, tuck the tailbone down. Inhale, open the heart. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, squeeze in and up. Pull the belly up, release the chin down, tuck the tailbone. 2 more like this. Inhale into cow. Pressing your hands down to the mat. Exhale, keep that press, but pull the belly up, release chin to chest. Inhale. This time, exhale, curl your toes. And take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you reach your hips up and back, put a nice bend in your knees here. Even if you have flexible hamstrings and all of that stuff, doesn't matter. Just bend your knees. Now feel the weight of your hips going up and back. So your shoulders are moving as far away from your wrist now as possible. Before it was stacked. but now it wants to move far away from your wrist. Keep pushing down through your fingertips. Get the energy pushing down through your heels, even if the heels doesn't touch the floor. Beautiful. If you want to move into straighter legs, you can, but you could keep that bent to your knees. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward to plank, nice and slow. Roll yourself forward and long. You might have to walk your legs back or walk your hands forward. Pause there, inhale. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Then allow your chest and head to come down. Release the tops of your feet. Inhale, heart up, baby cobra. Exhale, back down. Again, inhale, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, push down the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, heart up. This time we curl the toes, we press back up to hands and knees, tabletop. And then we take a quick child's pose, extend the hips back to the heels, reach the arms forward. Big breath. Allow that to settle. Rising back up to tabletop, press down through the hands, inhale, come up. Curl the toes, reach the hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you get up this time, go ahead and walk the legs back and forth. Bending your knees one at a time, kind of bicycling the legs. We tend to call that walking the dog in a yoga class. Just waking up the legs, spine. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, come forward to plank. Option now, you don't have to lower the knees, you could stay straight, but come down strong. If you're not lowering the knees, everything comes down at the same time. Elbows in, release to the floor. Release the tops of the feet. Inhale, chest up, cobra. You can lift a little higher than before if you want. Curl the toes, scoop the hips, belly to spine as we find downward dog one more time. Take a breath. Okay, I might have lied to you guys. One more. Inhale, come forward to plank. This time, exhale, lower your knees. And let's take this left leg and bring it all the way to the front. Touch down on that left foot. Walk the hands up onto the left leg. And then we want to draw the chest back. Press the hands down into the foot on top of that left leg. And draw the chest back, shoulders back. If you feel really open, you're trying to get a little deeper, maybe you sink down through your right hip. But keep the chest moving away from that left knee. Breathe into the body. Now, if you feel safe, you feel balanced there, you want to take the hands up, you can reach the hands up. Make a little room for your ears, space for the neck. Reach the arms up, sink that right hip down. Press down through your left big toe, press down through the tops of your right foot. If you didn't catch any of that, just remember to breathe. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let's get the hands down to the floor. And step that left leg back into place. And we're in tabletop. Easy enough, yeah? Other side. Take that right leg. Bring it to the front, touch down through your right foot. Walk your hands up onto your right leg. And then press into your right leg with those hands. Pull the chest back. Sink the left hip down and forward. Find the breath. And if it's safe, it feels right for you, take the hands up. Reach as tall as you could reach. Energy through your fingertips, right? Pose alive from head to toe. Breathe into it. Reach up, sink the hips forward for 5, 4, 3, reach, inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step that right leg back. Tabletop. Curl the toes. Reach the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a glance forward between your thumbs. And let's take that walk forward. So maybe you go up onto your tippy toes, lifting the heel, feeling what it feels like to lift the hips and shift weight into your hands. And then slowly release the head. We're coming into a standing forward fold. Put a little bend in the knees, but keep the hips reaching high. Not forcefully, but keep it going high as opposed to sagging. And let's just drop the top of the head. You want to feel that weight, right? You want to feel the weight of that big heavy head. Pulling the spine down to the floor, bringing it into some decompression. Now you could also grab onto opposite elbows if you wanted to, encouraging your shoulder to drop a little more. I always like to take a little movement here, but that's totally optional. Helps to release, so you could bounce through the knees a little bit, shake the head, yes, no. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. So you release the hands and slide the palms up the shin. Press palm to shin, pull the top of the head long, shoulders back, hips up and back. Press through your feet. Keep breathing. Inhale there, halfway lift. Exhale, let's fold and release. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen out through your spine. And then exhale, fold all of that over the legs. One more inhale, halfway up. Exhale, let's fold. And let's come all the way up to stand. Just leave the hands heavy. Tuck the tailbone and allow the spine to stack. As you come all the way up to stand, mountain pose. Deep breath into the body. Allow all of that to settle. You're also standing for the first time in your practice. So you want to check out that you're not dizzy, you feel safe in your feet. Relax the hands down, find your mountain. Toes forward, heels back. Now feel your toes pressing down into the mat, your heels as well. And as you do that, feel some activation through your calves, your thighs, even coming up into the core. Now with grace and control, let's inhale, flip the palms and reach them all the way up. Reach, 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 press palm to palm. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart center. Pause there. Feel free to close the eyes. Let's take 3 breaths right in this space. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Go ahead and release the hands down to your sides, finding mountain pose again. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, let's fold, come all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide the palms up the shin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. And we pause there. Take a breath and then release the hands down to the sides, coming back to mountain pose. All right, guys, let's go for a flow now. I'm bringing my blocks up to the top just in case I would need them. You could grab yours too. But we're going to go for a sun salutation. So come to the top of your mat. Find your mountain pose. Come to the bottom of your exhale and pause. Inhale, flip the hands, reach them all the way up. Reach, 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 palms press. Exhale for 4. Let it go. Fold. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide the palms up the shin. And as you exhale, find plank. So you want to bend your knees, get your hands to the mat, and then step your legs back one at a time. Stack shoulder and wrist, find your plank. Remember, you have an option here to lower your knees. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower to the floor. Inhale, chest up. Cobra. Upward facing dog. You can lift up a little higher. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Squeeze belly to spine. Press back up. Take the hips up to the skies. Find 3 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Now, as you guys online practice with me, you're going to hear me say skies and ceiling a lot interchangeably, right? It's a little tricky in this space because I am under a roof, but I'm also in the open air too, right? And the sky is very, accessible visually. So sometimes I'll say the ceiling, sometimes I'll say the skies. Just means up, right? Just means up. Okay, let's glance forward between the thumbs. Inhale, walk the feet up. Plant the feet nice and solid. Release the top of the head. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Press palm to shin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Lengthen up tall, palm meets palm. Exhale, turn to your right from your waist. Open the arms out, capital T. Allow your right hand to go down your right leg. Flip your left palm up. Inhale, reach the left palm up. Exhale, lift, reach the left fingers to the back. So it's a lean back. Opening up that left side of your body. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. And as you exhale, you settle in your T pose to the right. Then we want to lower the right hand. Spin to the front. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, let's fold, come back down to the ground. Head releases. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now, if your hands could get to the floor, great. If it can't, bring in a block. You want to take your left hand onto the block. Just under your eyesight, between both feet. Ahead of your feet a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, rotate to the right, bend your left knee. Take your right arm up to the skies. Coming into a twist, but also we're working into the back of that right leg. Hamstring. Right? If the right leg can't go straight, it's fine, but just keep that intention. Right? Full bend through your left knee. You're pressing down through the left hand so that you can rise up through the right hand. Keep reaching up for 5, 4, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Take that hand to the front, to the top of the mat. So you're reaching that right arm to the front. Spin the right chest up into a twist a little bit. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just spin the chest down to the floor. Take the arm down. Pause there. Inhale. Halfway lift. You can move your block out if you use the block. Exhale. Fold. And we're coming back up. Inhale. Reach the arms out and up. All the way up. Palms meet. Exhale to the left. Open the arms out. Capital T. Relax the face. Breathe. Relax the left hand down, the left leg. Spin the right arm up. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, lean it back. A slight thrust of your hips forward too. to really come into that side body stretch. Also the front right side of your body here. Inhale, bring it back up to your T. Exhale, settle there. Lower the left hand, spin to the front. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, let's fold. Bend your knees, release the head all the way back down. We're headed for the twist opposite side. Bring in your block if you need to. This time I wouldn't use the block, so you'll see how that looks. Press the right hand down to the floor. Maybe you have to come onto your fingertips depending. Inhale halfway. Exhale, spin the chest to the left. Bend the right knee. Take the left arm up. Coming into the back of the left leg. Also a spinal twist. And also open into the arms, the shoulders. Reach the left fingers up, push the right palm down. Relax the face, breathe deep for 5, 4, and take your gaze wherever feels right. You can look up, you can look forward, you can look down. Let's inhale, exhale, take that hand forward to the top of your mat, keep reaching. Palm facing down, but you could spin your chest up a little bit, left chest, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and spin the chest to the floor, take the hand down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Walk the legs into meet. Big toe meets big toe. Sit the bum down, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your heart up. Chest, arms, sit the bum down. Chair pose. Now in this pose, you want your heart higher than your hips. So we don't want to be here. We want to sit the bum down, lift the chest up. Feel your thumbs move into the back of the room, back of your mat. Feel your legs starting to talk to you. Maybe a little aggressively, so control that conversation. It's okay, legs. We're not gonna die. We're here for 5, 4, 3. You got it. Press through your feet. Inhale, press up to stand. Exhale, hands come down to the sides. Woo! Easy like that. Breathe. Just so you know, I didn't enjoy that either. Beautiful. Come to the bottom of your exhale. Pause. Inhale, let's reach the arms up. Taking a flow. Exhale, we fold. Coming all the way back down. Inhale, we halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back to plank pose. Take your time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. We come all the way to the mat. Pause. Flip the feet. Inhale, lift the chest up. Draw the shoulders back. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog as the hips go up and back. Two more breaths here. Feel free to bring your knees down to the floor. Take child's pose. Beautiful. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower your left knee down to the floor. Just the left one. Get the top of the left foot down. Square the hips. You're on your right toes. Extend your left arm forward. Breathe. Hold it and breathe for 5. Feel that length coming up your right side body, but also your left side body because you're reaching your left arm out and you're pushing your right heel back. So it's just length all the way up through the spine. Keep the gaze to the floor. Big breath in. Exhale, let's touch down to the floor. Tabletop. Switching sides. Release the tops of your right foot. Extend your left leg all the way back. Come onto your left toes. Keep the left hip spinning down. Engage your core and extend the right arm forward. Breathe. Feel the length. Next exhale, let's touch that down to the floor and pause. Beautiful. Allow the big toes to meet. Sit the bum back. Extend the hands. Child's pose. Beautiful. If you're ready to move on, extend the arms. Press through the floor. Inhale, come up, tabletop. Exhale, curl the toes, shift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths, downward facing dog. And then we'll take one more flow. Take a glance forward to the top between your thumbs. Go ahead and walk your feet up to meet your hands. Get the feet nice and flat. Drop the head, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press palm to shin, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let's fold. Press through your feet. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Palms press. Exhale, come down through the heart center. Back to mountain pose. Beautiful. Bottom of the exhale, we pause. Last flow of the class. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms press. Exhale, let's fold. Come all the way down. Release the top of the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Now you could grab your blocks if you have them. Press your hands into the block. As you exhale, step that right leg all the way back. Land on the toes, just like we did just now when we were on the floor. So stack the left knee on top of the left ankle. Keep the right heel on top of the right toes. Lift the belly off of the thigh. Inhale, let's reach all the way up. Come off of your block. Take the hands up. Exhale, sit deep. Fire up that back leg. Feel your blades on your back spread apart. As you wrap the triceps to the front, reach the arms up. Fire up the back leg. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, hands come down to the blocks or the floor. And we step to the top of the mat and fold. Headed to the opposite side. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring in your blocks if you need them. If not, exhale, bend your knees. Extend that left leg all the way back. Land on the toes. On your marks, get set. Stack that right knee on top of your right ankle. Fire up your back leg. Push back through the left heel. Squeeze belly in. Inhale, let's come all the way up. Full crescent lunge. Sit deep. Keep that bend in that front knee. Right knee stacked. Action through that back leg. Now keep your left hip joint forward here and your right hip joint back. So there's a squaring of your hips happening. Draw the chest back. Reach up. Breathe. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come down to the floor or your blocks. Once you get it to the block, then move the block out, get to the floor. This time we want to step the right leg back. So we step the right leg into downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. Maybe you swivel your hips left to right. Inhale, reach the hips as far back and as high as it could go. Exhale, bend your knees, get them all the way to the floor. Then walk your legs up, and however you want to do it, come onto the butt. So you could cross the legs, the ankles, and just roll back. Maybe you swivel your legs to one side and come onto the butt. Extend both legs out long. And let's come onto the back. So lay all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees, get the soles of your feet flat. And we're headed for bridge pose. So take the hands down the side of the body. Turn the palms down. Now, if you have a practice and you have your own variation of this, many variations of bridge, you can even take wheel, up to you. But I'm going to instruct bridge. So press the palms down to the side. Find somewhere to look at just up ahead of you. Try not to look left or right. And then inhale, lift your hips up. So push your feet down, the soles of your feet. Push it down and lift your hips up. Try not to tuck your chin in. Leave your head just where it is and move your chest towards your chin instead. Keep lifting up. Try not to squeeze too hard in the butt. Bring the action down in the feet instead so that you could push down to the rise up. Beautiful. Hold here and breathe. Just 5 minutes of this and then class is done. Kid in, y'all. Keep reaching for 3, 2, lift it, give it all you got. And slowly, don't drop. Release. Come all the way down. Whew. Draw the knees into the chest. Grab a hold of the knees or the shins. Take a squeeze. Release your knees a little bit, but cap them. So place your knees in the palms of your hands and just start to make some circles with the knees. Giving your lower back a little loving, a little massage. Go ahead and reverse the circles, go the opposite direction. Almost there. Beautiful. Bring the knees to center. You release the grip of them though. Take the hands down to the sides, or actually out to the sides. Inhale. Exhale. Allow both knees to go over to the left side, or you can start on the right. Really doesn't matter. Go to whichever side feels good, feels right, feels intuitively correct. You go there first. We have to do both sides anyway. As you get your knees down to whichever side, if it doesn't land fully on the ground and it needs some support, just bring in support. So bring in a towel, a blanket, a bolster, a block, anything that could prop your knees up a little bit. And sometimes we have a big space between the knees and you want to place the block there as well. All optional. That's it. Once you get into the shape, come back to the breath. Breathing big into the belly. Let's go ahead and squeeze the belly. Lift the knees back to center. And as you know, go to the opposite side. Nice and slow. Remember, both sides tend to feel different. So manage yourself accordingly. Give your body what it needs. Just taking about 3 to 4 breaths in this space. as we're coming down to the end of our flow. Day 7. I know you all see me practicing in my beach pants today. I figured, what the hey, we deserve a little splash after 7 days, right? Too bad you all can't join me. But I'll be sure to splishy splash with everybody in mind, I promise. Last big breath here. Of course, you're always welcome to stay longer if you feel like you need it. If not, squeeze belly to spine and let's lift the knees back to center. Go ahead and take a squeeze in. Maybe you want to take happy baby. This is optional. We're about at the end now, and any cooling poses you have in your own flow that you want to take, go for it. Maybe we take a happy baby. Whatever else is in your flow, in your practice that you want to take, that's on the cooling side of things, go ahead. Let's take that one last love on ourselves, bringing the knees to the chest. Maybe you lift up, kiss the knees. One big squeeze, and then exhale. All the way down into our final pose. Savasana. So you want to take the legs down and out. Take the hands out as well. Turn the palms up. Feel that gratitude rushing back in as you come to the end of your flow, completing your task. Feeling yourself, feeling that pat on the back, pat yourself on the back for showing up today, for doing the work. And you deserve this space just as much. You deserve rest. So really stay in your Shavasana for at least 5 minutes before moving on with your day or your night, so that everything gets to settle in. You get to rest before you're born anew into your new body, new mind, new perspectives. Clearer mind, clearer perspectives. Relax through the toes, the fingers, the hips, the chest, the eyebrows, the mouth, the face. Relax it all. Let it go. Shavasana. And for the sake of the length of the video and shooting purposes, I will wrap up. But definitely encouraging you to stay there a bit longer, as long as you need, really. Yeah? So love, love, love. We're on the journey now, guys. I really appreciate y'all joining me for these 7 days. And we want to take it further and keep it going, obviously. So please like, share, subscribe. For me personally, I love the comments because I want to know how you guys feel, what you like, what you don't like, what's working, what's not working. Yeah? So please like, share, subscribe, comment. Yes? Love, 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 and more videos on the way. Namaste.